Hello and welcome to Lord Bodhisattva's Art of Warcraft. Here I will be discussing options in leveling the Raid Healer. Many of you might quickly question, level a Raid Healer? What? That doesn't make any sense. However, I've found the sooner you hone your game skills in a particular area, the more effective you will ultimately be as a player. Personally, I have found that many who are leveling new characters simply get through the process as quickly as possible, with very little preparation for what you will do once your toon hits rank. It is my hope that this video will provide you the tools to both level quickly in any healing class, as well as be ready to heal heroics, raids, and any other instance you might want to encounter straight away once you achieve level 80. So let's start with the seldom considered topic, racial choices. The human, while awkward in appearance and form, presents two main benefits to the healing class. One, the bonus to spirit, and two, the every man for himself ability, allowing the human to escape impairing movement debuffs. The dwarf, which is generally less aesthetically appealing than other classes and tends to make even less sense as a healer. While the stone skin ability is invaluable to perhaps a tanking paladin or in PvP situations, the dwarf racials offer no real advantage to the healing class. I personally chose the Night Elf race. Yes, initially because of their elegant yet foreboding appearance. However, as I began raiding, I found that the ability to Shadow Meld was highly beneficial for several boss encounters when threat became unwieldy for the tanks, like on Death Whisperer, or when mobs present no real aggro table, like in the Faction Champions. Also, the Night Elf is the only option available should you choose to pursue a career as a Restoration Druid. The Draenei's Gift of the Naru is very attractive, especially as a racial healing ability. Certainly one would most likely choose the Draenei female form for its beauty, as the male Draenei appears top-heavy and overweight. It is also recommended that you vie for the Restoration Shaman, as this race presents the only option for the class in the game. While racial ability is no wise critical to the Raid Healer, every little bit helps. If you're going to make it your goal to be an effective raid healer, why not begin right away and think about what race might suit you best? If you already have a level 80 character, of course you know you can purchase heirlooms available for your class and mail them to your freshly created healer. Heirloom vendors can be found in Dalaran, Wintergrasp, and in Icecrown. Simply choose an heirloom vendor in one of these areas, and then choose the heirlooms that are appropriate for your class. Then, mail them to your freshly created healer. At level 4 or 5, you know that you'll be sent to an area where there's a mailbox. There, you can retrieve your heirlooms for your new healer. Heirlooms will do several things for you. Increase the experience gained for kills and quests by 20%. If you have both shoulder and chest slot heirlooms. 2. The stats on the heirlooms will increase as you level, so you'll never need to replace them. And 3. The type of armor will transform as you learn new armor proficiencies, at level 40 for paladins. On an aside with heirlooms, I personally chose a one-handed mace, so that later I could equip an offhand. Also, the Discerning Eye of the Beast trinket is not unique. So, 2 can be equipped on your newly formed healer. For a detailed list of heirlooms available, please visit www.wowwiki.com/heirlooms. With your new heirlooms equipped, I would say you're ready to kick some ass, but actually you're ready to save some ass. With your new healer fully equipped with your heirlooms, leveling should be a cinch. next objective as a new healer is to reach level 15, where you can begin queuing into random dungeons for experience points as well as the experience of healing a party. Here you want to begin setting up your healer interface as well. For more on this, see my videos on healing with mouse over macros and healing with grid. The random dungeon queue is a wonderful feature Blizzard has added to WoW that you should certainly take advantage of. Unlike before where it was virtually impossible to get consistent experience healing parties while leveling, this feature will prepare you well for raid healing. In addition to the gear drops in these instances, you receive an experience bonus as well as the Satchel of Helpful Goods, which contains rare items that will add to your gearing efforts. From this point forward, you should be queued in the Dungeon Finder at all times. In between queues, you can spend time running your regular solo quests. I personally would suggest speccing more towards your DPS at this point, albeit you only have 5 or 10 talent points with which to work. Healing these low-level dungeons is fairly uneventful and can be done in conjunction with acting as a 4th DPS class while healing. Of course, if you queue as a healer, that needs to be your priority, but I've found doing both expedites the run and gives you the challenge of accessing the entire scope of your class. As a raid healer, you will be asked to DPS in certain encounters, and you should be adding DPS when you can, so now is a great time to learn how to do both at the same time.